Marvel's Eternals will soon be with us, bringing with it a whole cast of new characters joining the MCU and more than likely the Avengers in just a few short years. Now, when it came to that first trailer, we got a little stinger about the character of Icarus possibly leading the Avengers. Now the actor who plays the character opens up a little bit about his future and possibly taking on the role of being the face of Marvel Studios' Avengers and beyond. I would say I'm going to go look at some of the reactions to this and see if people were mad with his interview, but of course they were. So I'm not even going to bother doing that because that's a given. People don't actually read the things that are stated other than just the headline and then make a full-on conclusion and a rant just on that. Or they take little quotes and things and talk about it in a weird way. So let's talk about this because, yes, the actor who is playing Icarus, aka Richard Madden, did talk to Total Film and go a little bit more in depth on playing the character of Icarus, the future of Marvel Studios, the future of the Avengers, and possibly even taking over for Tony Stark's, leadership position and being the new leader of the Avengers the next time we see the team. Now, before people correct him, yes, Captain America was the leader of the Avengers, but let's be real, they formed because of the backbone of Tony Stark's Iron Man for the MCU being the face of the MCU. So I think he's sort of doubling down on the same thing, talking about being the face, if you will, of the brand. And he talks about this idea of who Icarus is, saying that there's a lot more to it here. And that this character, first and foremost, is a little bit more complicated than what we know and what we think we know. And we have to see the film to understand why he feels this way and why he's saying this. He then says that when we see the film, we will know what makes Icarus a good leader and a good soldier. But he said he doesn't know about the future. Can he possibly take over for Tony Stark or Steve Rogers? He doesn't know that right now. But he feels that there is a way that this could be handled and that there are traits in there that could make him a good leader for the Avengers. But it's about getting to that point, and that's obviously the next step. And he did say that when it came to Chloe Zhao's directorial direction for the character, that she really wanted him to be somewhat of a conflicted character, a character with a past, a character with a sort of idea of what his future is, but not really defined just yet, that he's going to have a lot more to be explored when it comes to the new direction of the MCU and Icarus himself. So it makes me think that maybe it could be a while before we see this, and naturally you don't want to end the first film with him just showing up at Avengers compound and going, okay, I lead you now, what now? I'm a god, what are you, Mr. Guy with the wings and guy in suit? Right, like you don't want that. You want him to kind of be accepted and not like force his way in there as a leader. You want him to kind of grow into it and the fans to accept it along with him accepting it. So I think it's going to be one of those natural progressive Marvel things. And I think that's sort of what he's saying here as well. Because that line of him being a good soldier and a good leader makes me think it's a combination of Steve Rogers and Tony Stark.